This will be a day long remembered. Now I am the master.
Welcome to another episode of Legends and Theories. And welcome to my video taking a look at more of the Winter 2026 LEGO sets. I've already looked at most of the interesting Marvel ones, and only 3 of them were revealed within the last day, and that's maybe why you don't see them on here, because, for the thumbnail at least, because they're not the best looking ones. But the Star Wars ones almost all look just genuinely incredible, so let's go straight into it and start to look at the Marvel ones because, again, nothing super interesting there. And first, we have this baby Groot. I mean, I guess it's fine. I really don't care about all these baby Groot sets. But at least I care about more than the Grogu set we'll be looking at in just a few minutes because I am gonna kind of go on a rant for that. But yeah, I guess this is fine. I guess we're getting a good use out of the printed eyepiece for baby Groot, and I don't know, I mean, I guess it looks fine. It's just, I have absolutely no interest in this at all. The really only interesting thing about this Miles Morales spec is the Spider-Man 2099 minifigure to come in it. And honestly, I think it just should have been a Spider-Man 2099 mech to give you something at least different and unique. And I mean, I guess it's cool, but I got a 2099 figure from that Spider-Verse minifigure series, and now I have absolutely no reason to go and buy this because, again, why would I? Because I already have a way better looking Spider-Man 2099 minifigure, and it's really not necessary to have more than one because, yeah, I mean, it's cool to have it, but this figure is nowhere near as expensive as it used to be due to the fact that he's appeared already in the minifigure series and also is going to be in this set now, so I'm assuming that original one has gone on in value an extreme amount because it's no longer exclusive and no longer it needs to be that expensive because it's that rare. Finally, there's this just really good looking Doc Ock mech versus the Iron Spider, and it's really only due to the fact that that's one of the best looking Doc Ock arms I've really ever seen. I think that they did an incredible job with that build. And looking how it's attached to those pieces, I don't even know if that could be replicated onto a minifigure. But yeah, honestly, I think that they captured the arms looks really well and is one of, if not the best designs they had for Doc Ock's arms. I mean, I guess it's cool that it includes 3 minifigures, but I don't know. I mean, again, it's fine. It looks cool, but absolutely no interest in me getting this at all. Only way would be if they included an Iron Spider minifigure, which they don't. It's just the same generic Spider-Man. Then, and sorry for that Grogu rant, but God, this is such an awful set. This is literally nothing about this says Star Wars to me. This just looks like some generic, stupid kid's toy. And, I mean, Grogu already is just such an overrated character. They've literally had him do almost nothing at all in all the seasons of Mandalorian. The new movie better have some development for him to actually make him into a character. But yeah, let's just going through this. I was so disappointed with this. I mean, it could have been something so cooler during like a Grogu's homestead. I don't know. I think they could have made like a small version of the small house from the Mandalorian season 3 finale. That would have been cool. Include like a Mando and Grogu figure, and I mean that would have been nice. But this, it is just such a stupid, pointless set, and it's just one of those things where it's trying to mark it off of how adorable Grogu is, and I think that I'm just so far past that. It's so annoying, and this could have been such a better set, but it really isn't. It is just completely pointless and is one of the worst Lego Star Wars sets that I've ever seen. Then there's this buildable BB-8, and I guess it's fine. I honestly I like the older one better than this one. I don't know. This one just, I mean, it looks fine, but even though the last one, yeah, I mean, it's covered in studs on the outside. I feel like that just gave it a more unique and cool look. This one, I mean, it barely has any studs visible, and I don't know. I mean, like literally, if you just added some rounded tile plates onto those circle tiles, basically it would all been covered up. And at this point, why not just go and buy a basically model BB-8? Because I don't know. I guess I mean, I said it looks fine. It just doesn't look like a Lego Star Wars set. It just looks like a generic BB-8 toy. Yeah, again, I guess it's fine, but I don't know. Those buildable characters, I think they look cool, especially for droids, where they're able to go and capture things really well. But this one, I don't know. I mean, it just something just looks off about it to me. Is it? I guess it looks fine, but nothing super special about it. Now there's the Lego AT-AT display piece, and honestly, I think it looks cool. I'm not gonna be getting this because I just got that gingerbread AT-AT, and I honestly think it looks a lot cooler than this. This is, I mean, it looks nice. I think that the base for this should have been in white. Yes, I know that is different than anything else that they've done, but this is supposed to be Hoth. Looking at it, you have the snow speeder going around it. So I think that should have made it look a lot nicer, and just make it white, toss some snow on there, and I think that makes the set like 5 times better. Just to give it a way cooler look at the bottom. And then, I mean, again, it looks cool. It's one of those things where it's like, I really like the look of it, but I just have no desire to actually spend my money on this. And again, I mean, I'm not saying this is a bad set. I'm saying this is a really nice set, and it's probably a lot more stable than the bigger AT-ATs because I have that last one from, I think it was 2020 or 2021. And I literally had a point where that just fell over on its, after collapsing at its own weight and shattered on the ground, and I had to fix that. But yeah, I mean, again, it looks really nice. Just, again, no desire to buy this at all, besides it just looking nice. Plus, I think we're getting another play scale AT-AT, which is going to be really, really weird that we're going to have so many different scales of AT-ATs, assuming that Gingerbread one is going to be kept on shelves and sold outside of just December 2025, because that's usually what happens with most of these Christmas sets. But if that is kept on shelves, you'll have a completely miniature one. You'll have one on a slightly bigger scale than a, not exactly, minifigure scale, but play scale. And I think the UCS one is no longer on shelves, but it might still be on shelves. I don't think it is, though. So it's just so weird to think about how many different scales this is in now. Not including like poly bags, even, because there's even more with that. But just the last few years, there's been so many different scales of it, which is just really funny to think about. But yeah, that's all. Let's move on to some of the stuff that I'm actually interested in. And this Mandalorian speeder, I think it's perfectly put at $10. I don't think that this is worth a penny more than $10. I mean, it looks nice for what it is, and especially at this small scale, but there is no way this set is worth anything more than $10. And if you saw this as $15, that is completely overpriced. So glad this is $10 because again, this is basically just a minifigure based set with a literal like small pile of bricks that you turn into a build with it. The speeder looks, I mean, again, it looks fine, but it is just a bunch of reused minifigures, and they look pretty nice together. And especially with the detailed prints on Mando, the Mandalorian figures, that's probably, closer to a minifigure series version quality. So obviously that's worth like $5. Grogu's probably worth like $1, and at least from my old Lego was supposed to like $1 or $2, and the rest of the set, yeah, that's probably like it's like a $3 build, but I think they included, this is totally worth it for the price. And I mean, it looks nice, but just not as nice as the next speeder we're going to be taking a look at, which it may be a little overpriced, but I think is worth it for the money. And that is this just incredible looking Cobb Vanth speeder with two completely exclusive minifigures, a brand new Cad Bane, which looks incredible. I think it's going to be the first cheap set he's ever been in. I don't remember all the sets he's been in. I know he was in the. I don't know, maybe the only other cheap one was that from the Clone Wars, the one based off the Obi-Wan Undercover arc. But I think all the other sets he was in was at least $80 or more. And I was looking at him here, captures him really well, really detailed minifigure. Same with Cobb Vanth. He also looks really good at having that really beat up Boba Fett armor. Looks just honestly incredible. Speeder build. Yeah, I mean that's probably like a $15 build. I think this set's $35. So maybe it's like just slightly overpriced, but I think that you're getting two incredible figures that are probably gonna be worth a lot of money after this is retired. So ultimately I think that this is totally worth the price just for the figures alone because I think that after this set retires, this those figures are gonna be worth at least the retail price of this set and a minimum. Then there's this honestly pretty nice looking Shock Trooper mech. I think it looks cool, and honestly, I want to get probably two of these. One just to have it normally. The other one I'm going to probably modify to be a Captain Rex one with the parts from the Y-Wing microfighter, because I got a second one of them a few weeks ago, and had the pieces. It was like, I don't really want to build another Y-Wing microfighter. I was looking at alternate builds and saw some Rex ones that are combining it with Luke Skywalker mech, and I was like, you know what? I heard these rumors. I'll wait for this, and I'm like, you know what? Yeah, this looked pretty cool. I think that most of the pieces could be done for that, and you can probably build some other cool other build with the extra leftover pieces from this. So, you know, hope you say about that. Honestly, I mean, again, it looks pretty cool and looked nice to have that alternate build of a 501st one, where everything besides that torso piece is going to be like this like clone armor piece for the shock trooper would be pretty useful for that. So it'll look pretty cool, and we'll see what I do with that when this comes out and I eventually buy it. Easily one of the best minifigure based sets is this just honestly incredibly looking Siege of Mandalore battle pack. You get two really cool super commandos, and then two of the Ahsoka 332nd clones. And yeah, I mean honestly, I mean the 332nds, they're in a bunch of sets. I know some people are tired of them, but honestly they look nice and are from best episodes of Clone Wars. On the other hand, these two Super Commandos look really cool. Probably getting two of these just to have four more Super Commandos since I do have those original two. And yeah, honestly, I mean, it looks really nice and I think it looks really cool. Of all these, this is my favorite minifigure based one, but not my favorite build of all of them because that's the last one we'll be looking at. And it'll be the one that I want to get the most of these. That is the Venator class Star Destroyer, and this is probably one of the best micro scale builds we ever got. It looks basically perfect for the Venator, and it's just a ship I really wanted to get. While I loved that UCS one, I just realized it was, well, one, too expensive for me, and even if I was able to get it, I'd have no room to store and display it. But this perfect scale and looks really nice. Again, I'd love to see a playset version of this, sort of like they did for the Star Destroyer, but with how this looks, honestly, it looks really great. And assuming the Acclimator is still available, you can get a pretty cool looking the old Acclimator and Invisible Hand. You can get a pretty cool looking Republic versus Separatist fleet battle going on. But yeah, honestly, I mean, again, it looks really cool. It's a nice build and my favorite of all these so far for that have been revealed at least. Besides the Stranger Things one, which I almost certainly am going to be trying at least to get day one. But yeah, it was just the ones revealed in this video. Love it so much. But yeah, again, the reason that Stranger Things 1 isn't with this is because of the fact that it's major spoilers for the new season, so you can go check that out. And in just a few minutes, I'll be recording my Advent calendar review and uploading that in about 30 minutes after this one goes live. So yeah, honestly, just let me know what you think of these in the comments, and you'll see you on the next episode of Legends and Theories. Thank you for watching this episode of Legends and Theories. Please subscribe, like the video, share the video, leave a comment, check out the video on screen, and may the Force be with you.